Hey, good morning. This is Lisa Johnson, your Yambassador at Yummy Yammy, but also the, what am I, the veggie mama or something at Veggies Worth Eating. I do eat a lot of sweet potatoes, but I eat a lot of other vegetables too, and I drink a lot of vegetables, especially lately. I've been feeling really great. I've been doing a lot of juicing, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to do this morning. So this is what I'm going to eat today, or let's say drink today. Some wonderful organic celery from a local farm, and there are organic cucumbers as well. Apples, carrots, beets, a hunk of ginger, 2 different kinds of parsley, a flat and a curly, a lime, and is that everything? That might be everything. I think most everything down at the bottom there is carrots. So I use my old Champion juicer here. It's a very old juicer from the 70s, but it is a workhorse, and I really love it. And I'm just going to put it together. Okay, so it's going to get loud here. Ready? All right, so here's what it looks like. I have a little pusher. I start with the easy stuff first. So this is the cucumber, because it's really wiry. It really goes in easy. And I just do the cucumber first. Some apple. You know, it's really simple. You just pop it in. I want you to see how beautiful that beet juice is. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Can't you just tell that that beet juice is really filled with life? And that vitality is going to go straight to you, right into your cells. So go for it. Okay, well, one of the things that always drives me crazy about when people make videos of stuff is it always looks perfect and sanitized and in a kitchen like there must be 10 people cleaning it after they're done. I'm going to show you what it really looks like when you juice. All right, there's the empty bowl that had the vegetables in it. This is the bowl of all the pulp that came out of the juicer, the remainders, the fiber that we're not eating today. This is the measuring cup that holds the juice that came out the bottom. This is the very messy juicer at the moment, and the counter is a mess. It's covered in juice and ends of carrots and all that, and this is the beautiful juice that's been juiced and then strained through a strainer. Like I just used this is just our very old kitchen strainer. Love to get a new one, but I haven't yet. So now let me tell you, there's another thing I want to tell you about, which is juicing things that are extremely fibrous. Now, the celery you buy in the store is not really all that fibrous. It's a lot of water. But the celery you get from a farmer, like a local organic farmer, at least up here in Vermont, is very different. This is what celery looks like in Vermont. It's a really different animal. It's very stringy. Very flavorful, incredibly flavorful. There's a ton of, you can taste all the minerals and the salts and everything in this celery. It's a very, very flavorful, very pungent. And when I go to put this in the juicer, it is going to make a lot of string. A lot of the fiber is going to be left in the juicer. So I always do it last now, because then if I do it first, it mucks up the gears a little bit and makes it harder to juice anything else. So I do it last because I'm going to clean it then anyway. All right, here we go. I always put the leafy ends in first because it's harder to get them in. I can't smell this, but I am telling you, I can smell that celery. Wow! It's a very alive smell. Always use a flat hand when you're shoving stuff in your juicer. It goes in much tougher. And see, it doesn't all look like it's going down. It is. It doesn't go down immediately, and it gets a little more jammed up when you're doing stuff that's really fibrous. Now, I think a lot of the new juicers probably eat celery up really fast, but mine is not a new juicer, mine's an old juicer. So I just have to live with it. Okay, so when I'm talking about celery fiber, let me show you what I mean, what it looks like. This is the grinder, the masticator from the juicer, and you can see that what happens with the celery is it gets all tied up on there. But when you're in the middle of juicing, you don't really want to stop and clean that out so you can get everything else done. So I do the celery last. Now, this is a kind of an unusual juice. I make it different every day, but usually it's got a lot more green in it than this. This is a very red and orange juice. So I just strain it until most of the juicy part is out, and then so I'll just tell you that making juice is a lot of rinsing dishes, you know, just washing stuff off. I spend a lot of time at the sink, but all my food for the whole day is now made in it's been about a half an hour total. And I've been talking to you, which I never have to think usually this much. So in a half an hour, I've made all the food I'm going to have for the day. Now I just throw this in the compost, rinse off the juicer, wipe down the counter, pour the juice into some jars. I have some beautiful glass jars. Actually, they're Yummy Yammy jars from my sweet potato salsas. Leftover glass jars because they're really great and reusable. Okay, the juice is made. It's strained. It's poured, and it's ready to drink. Here you go. Very full glass. Oh my goodness. That is so good. All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here you go. See that? And the reason it's so frothy today is because I put a lime in it. I've found that when I add a whole piece of citrus, either a whole lemon or a whole lime, it gets really, really frothy. And it just livens it up an awful lot. So, I mean, this happens to be a mild Mexican sweet potato salsa jar from Yummy Yammy, but of course that's not what I'm having here. I'm just reusing the jar. This is let's see what is in here today. It's beet, it's carrot, it's celery, cucumber, a lime, apple, ginger, 2 kinds of parsley. Am I forgetting something? I might be forgetting something. That's what I can think of. I think that's all of it. Anyway, so I wish I could share it with you, but you can do it yourself. Get yourself a juicer and make yourself the most fabulous food in the world. All right, bye. Yum.